Okay, this one's going to be easy and quick, which is nice because I'm going to pick up my boys from school. No-brainer. There it is. Something that is simple or easy to do, or is worth doing. These random phrase generated things are a no-brainer. I've been following that Vin Jing guy. I never can pronounce his name right. I just remind him as this Asian magician. But I've been following him for 3-4 years now. Loved his stuff. Loved his approach to communicating and just kind of being authentic in yourself and having the right tools in your arsenal to be able to use your instrument, your voice, to how he just says, negotiate your reality. Negotiate whatever reality you want. And I love that. And it was only until recently I started really listening to his stuff. And he had this exercise, the random word generator. And the idea of the random word generator is to film yourself for, at least 3 to 5 minutes and talk about one random thing in hopes of being able to rewatch it, review it, assess it, and find out what things you do that, in your opinion, detract from the goal, the golden rule, which is anything that distracts from the message is, you could say, something that you need to work on. So this could be pauses, it could be filler words, it could be it's not having coherent thought processes, it's maybe adding more of something. I tend to talk kind of in this tiny little melodic range, this pitch range. And I wish that I did more of the pitches and the lower pitches and stuff. But you watch these videos after having done them, enough of them, and go, these are these patterns that I want to work on that, in my opinion, are detracting from the message. They're distracting the listener or the viewer from understanding my message. So what would be a no-brainer in my life? It would be finding out small, simple things that you can do daily that compound over time, that require very little effort, that can be done in a bunch of different places or time frames or contexts, like you've probably have noticed if you've watched a bunch of my RWGs, right? My random word generators. And then you can look back on and go, man, I'm glad I did that. That was such a no-brainer. Look at all the returns that are coming from it. I feel so much more comfortable in front of the camera. I feel more expressive. There are these tools that I definitely wouldn't have had I not done these self-recordings, looked back on them, and then began to deliberately practice these, omitting certain things that maybe are taking away from the message or adding things to enhance the engagement of the viewer or listener around the message that I'm trying to provide. So what is today? Today's phrase is no-brainer. It is a simple thing that can be done with, I would say, little effort. The definition's better than my version. And these I would strongly suggest to anyone. Oh, dang it. I've done this 3 times now. I would strongly suggest this to anyone who is seeking to improve their communication, period.